Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Sophia, a urologist and men's health specialist with 5 years of hands-on experience helping guys just like you. I've seen it all in my clinic, from everyday worries to deeper issues that affect how men feel about themselves and their relationships. Today, I want to chat about something close to the heart, those private moments with someone special. Not the flashy stuff like what you drive or post online, but the real connection that happens when it's just the two of you. You know, the kind where everything else fades away and it's all about how you show up for each other. What makes those times stick in her mind isn't some grand performance or clever moves. It's the way you make her feel truly valued and alive. Over the years, working with countless men, I've learned that the guys who leave a lasting impression aren't chasing perfection, they're building genuine bonds. And that's what we're diving into here, simple, powerful ways to turn ordinary encounters into something she'll always cherish. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll have practical steps to bring more warmth and spark into your life. If you're tuning in from somewhere far off or right around the corner, let me know in the comments. It's always great hearing from you. And if this resonates, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so more folks can join the conversation. Now, let's get real. A lot of men walk into these moments carrying invisible weights, worries about measuring up, lasting longer, or pulling off the right technique. I've heard it in my office time, and again, guys stressing over comparisons from movies, friend stories, or endless online searches. But here's the key insight from my work. What women truly respond to isn't a show, it's your undivided attention and care. When you're fully there, without distractions pulling you away, magic happens. Your body relaxes, hers does too, and that shared calm creates a deeper tie. Science shows us that being in the moment like this boosts good chemicals in the brain, like the ones that help with bonding and ease. It's not about being an expert, it's about being human. In my practice, I've guided men through rebuilding their confidence, not with gadgets or quick fixes, but by focusing on health basics that support strong connections, like staying active, eating right, and managing stress. As a urologist, I often recommend simple dietary tweaks to boost energy and vitality, such as adding more nuts, seeds, and leafy greens to your meals. These foods are packed with nutrients that support blood flow and hormone balance, which play a big role in feeling your best during intimate times. Think zinc-rich options like pumpkin seeds or oysters, which help maintain healthy testosterone levels without any fancy supplements. Pair that with plenty of fruits and veggies for antioxidants that keep things running smoothly. It's straightforward advice: eat whole foods, stay hydrated, and your body will thank you in ways that enhance every part of life, including those special moments. But let's not stop there. Today, I'm sharing 6 essential approaches that can transform how you connect, drawing from what I've seen work wonders for my patients. These aren't tricks. They're mindset shifts backed by how our bodies and emotions really function. We'll break them down one by one with real life tips to make them your own. First off, let's talk about showing up fully instead of putting on an act. Imagine this: you're with her, and instead of your mind racing ahead to what comes next or worrying if you're doing it right, you're locked in on the now. That means noticing the little things. Her smile, the way she breathes, how her hand feels in yours. In my experience, men who master this don't just enjoy the time more, they create a ripple effect. Her body senses your calm, and it triggers a natural response where she feels more open and relaxed. Studies on human connection highlight how this kind of focus lowers stress signals in both partners, paving the way for stronger emotional links. Emotionally, it sends a clear message: she's not just there for the moment, she's the center of it. To put this into practice, start by clearing the deck. Turn off notifications, dim the lights if it helps, and breathe deeply together. Forget about timelines or goals. Let the experience unfold naturally. Over time, this builds a foundation where anxiety melts away, replaced by real enjoyment. I've had patients tell me that just this one change turned tense evenings into something effortless and memorable. It's powerful because it's simple and it works with how we're wired as people. Moving on to the second point, creating a sense of security before anything heats up. This is huge, my friends. No one opens up if they feel on edge, right? As a doctor, I see how emotional comfort directly impacts physical responses. When she knows she's in a judgment-free zone, her system shifts into a more receptive state. Thanks to those bonding chemicals I mentioned earlier, which help muscles unwind and trust grow. It's like setting the stage for a great conversation. Without it, things stay surface level. In relationships, this means being patient, kind, and steady. If she pauses or seems unsure, respond with warmth instead of pushing forward. Reassure her that it's okay to take things slow. From a health angle, this approach reduces unnecessary tension that can affect performance for both of you. I advise my patients to think of it as building a safe harbor where vulnerabilities aren't poked at but protected. Practically, it could be as easy as starting with gentle words or a reassuring touch that says, "We're in this together." Men who get this right often find their partners more engaged and affectionate because that security unlocks deeper layers. It's not about being flawless, it's about being reliable. And trust me, that reliability sticks with her long after. Now, for the third shift, embracing a calm assurance rather than over the top bravado. There's a world of difference between the two. The loud, showy type might grab attention at first, but it often backfires in close quarters, ramping up unease instead of easing it. True assurance is quiet. It's knowing your worth without needing to broadcast it. Biologically, this steadiness helps keep everyone's nerves in check, allowing for smoother, more enjoyable interactions. Emotionally, it shifts the focus from to oos, making her feel like a true partner rather than an audience. In my clinic, I've helped men dial back that need to impress by encouraging self-reflection. What are you really bringing to the table? Often, it's more than enough. If a hiccup happens, like a laughable mishap, handle it with humor and grace. Say something light like, "Hey, we're human," and move on. This giving mindset, where you're there to share rather than dominate, draws people in naturally. Women I've spoken with in consultations echo this. They gravitate toward guys who exude that grounded energy because it feels authentic and inviting. To build it, practice daily, maybe through mindfulness or exercise that boosts your inner strength. As a urologist, I also suggest incorporating foods like fatty fish or walnuts rich in omega-3s, which support brain health and mood stability, indirectly enhancing that confident vibe. It's all connected, and small habits add up to big changes. Let's dive into the fourth element, tuning in without needing everything spelled out. Communication in these moments isn't always about talking, it's about reading the room, or in this case, the subtle signals. Her posture shifts, her breathing quickens or slows, her eyes tell a story. Paying attention to these creates harmony, where your rhythms align effortlessly. Science backs this up. When partners sync up like that, it fosters a deeper sense of unity at a neurological level, building trust without words. It shows her you're attentive and caring, valuing her experience as much as your own. In practice, this means pausing to observe, adjusting based on what you sense, and responding thoughtfully. Maybe she needs a softer touch or more time. Act on it intuitively. This active engagement turns silence into a strength, not a void. From my years in medicine, I've seen how men who hone this skill report stronger bonds overall because it extends beyond the bedroom into everyday life. It's like learning a new language, one that's universal and profound. To sharpen it, try exercises like focused breathing together or simply holding eye contact longer than usual. And health-wise, staying hydrated and eating balanced meals with proteins like lean meats or beans helps maintain sharp awareness as they fuel your body's alertness. Generosity comes next, and I mean the kind where you pour energy into making her feel amazing. Too often, folks approach these times with a "what's in it for me" attitude, but flipping that script changes everything. When you prioritize her enjoyment, It sets off a chain reaction. Her brain lights up with pleasure signals that loop back to strengthen your connection. Emotionally, it's a declaration that her happiness is intertwined with yours. In my work, patients who adopt this outlook find their own satisfaction multiplies because giving freely creates a cycle of mutual joy. Practically, ask yourself in the moment, what would make this better for her? It could be lingering on what she responds to or checking in gently. This isn't about sacrifice, it's about abundance. Science tells us that acts of kindness like this release endorphins for both, enhancing the overall experience. As a specialist, I tie this to overall wellness. Foods like dark chocolate or berries, with their natural mood boosters, can amp up your energy reserves for these generous exchanges. Men who live this way don't fade from memory, they become benchmarks. Finally, always aim to part ways on a high note, leaving her feeling uplifted. The aftermath matters just as much as the main event. Biologically, right after, her system is primed for bonding, so nurturing that with closeness reinforces the positive feelings. A quick disconnect can undo the good, but holding on, sharing a laugh, or offering kind words seals it beautifully. Emotionally, it affirms she was more than a fleeting interest. You saw her fully. In practice, did this leave her smiling, relaxed, empowered? That's the goal. My patients who embrace this report not just better intimacy, but richer relationships overall. It's the mark of maturity. To wrap it up, here's how to start. Pick one area, maybe tuning in more, and weave it in gradually. Combine with healthy eats like avocados for good fats that support vitality, or tomatoes for their prostate-friendly benefits. Remember, this journey is about progress, not overnight miracles. You're capable of creating connections that last, ones where she feels truly seen and treasured. It's in your hands. If this hit home, subscribe, and share with someone who could use it. Tell me your thoughts below. Where are you joining from? Stay strong, and I'll catch you next time.